we could start any number of places, but we're going to start with Epstein. And I'm going to ask you for serious answers, not jokey answers, not politically shaved answers. What if you gave people the only choice you have is yes or no? No, maybe, no, I don't know. You have to pick yes or no. Dan, what percentage of Washington journalists, including ones who work for Fox News and other conservative places, what percent of journalists think Donald Trump signed, that's his signature, and he whether he physically wrote the drawing or not, that is his handiwork, that he authorized that's his? What percent of reporters think that?
100%.
100%. Okay, Sean?
I'm low to mid 90s.
Low to mid 90s. Okay. What percent of Republican members of Congress privately think it's Donald Trump's handiwork? Dan?
100%.
100%.
Privately.
Sean?
You said
Yeah,
privately.
no, I said privately. Sean?
I'd say low 80s.
Low 80s. Okay. What percent of current White House communications officials think it's Donald Trump's handiwork? Dan?
95%.
95. Sean?
I'll go closer to between 50 and 60.
I agree with Sean. Nonetheless, these percentages are very high. The president, his press secretary, et cetera, vociferously deny it. Here's my question, Sean. They're in litigation with Rupert Murdoch. There'll be discovery. How is he just going to drop the case? Like he can't, assuming everybody's right. And just to be clear, my position, even though I said force yes, no, I tend to believe people. I believe Michael Jackson never had plastic surgery because he said he didn't. So I'm agnostic. But Sean, assuming that he did do it, which you all think most everybody who's paying attention does, how is he going to get out of this?
Because that's well, you didn't ask me what I believe, and
I didn't. I purposely didn't ask you. What
right?
You
No, but I would just say that like Trump has played this game for a long time, so I actually think in this case he knows what he's doing. Like Michael Cohen of all people came out and said, "I don't think this is Donald Trump," who obviously. So when you see
what did he base that on?
He said and all of the things that I've seen him write or say, this isn't his style. This isn't anything I ever saw of him.
Interesting.
And so for somebody like Michael Cohen to say that, who has nothing but bad things to say about Donald Trump, who spent a lot of time around him, probably saw him write cards and notes to people. That's where I go, okay, if somebody that close to him who spent that much time and who clearly doesn't have nice things to say about the president at this point sides with Trump, it makes me actually believe that this could have been an aide. This could have been somebody. I actually think that Trump knows what he's doing in this case. He wouldn't have gone to because he knows he's going to go to discovery.
Yeah.
So I think that when you know that's going to happen, you know, to your point, you wouldn't have pushed the envelope if you knew that it exists or you knew that he actually did it.
Yeah. Dan, what happens next? And not just in this, but in the whole Epstein thing. What happens next?
I think there's two things to watch for, which is, does Maxwell get pardoned? And do any of the the victims start to name names either directly or through other people? Again, we talked about this last week, through members of Congress who have the free speech clause. Then you're adding some new oxygen, and the question is, who do these people know? Are they friends with the president? Are they friends with the Clintons?
Right. One more question for you, Dan, and then we're going to move on. Maureen yesterday came on, member of our community, former FBI agent, and said she thought the reason, it was pretty clear that the reason that Maxwell was moved because she's cooperating with the investigation. I was amazed. Were you surprised, as I was, that didn't get any pickup? I thought that people would be talking about that all day. I didn't hear anybody talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, what would she be cooperating with? 6 years later now. It's an interesting question. I was also surprised to hear, last night on 2A Tonight, Nina Turner say, I don't want to talk about this and let's move on.
That was a delicious video experience. I think you'll agree. Now, what you need to do in return for getting to enjoy that is hit the subscribe button, be part of the 2A community, never miss a thing.